they're gonna cut people's lives out.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
If I didn't have this, I don't know what I would do. You at an age where you don't want to beg, you got pride.
The Trump administration has thrown funding for Meals on Wheels, a program that serves millions of seniors every year, into jeopardy.
Organizations like Meals on Wheels rely heavily on federal funding.
We rode around with Meals on Wheels in Wake County, North Carolina for a day to find out whether this is where the waste in the system really is.
What we're doing is an economic solution that benefits everyone. We can serve a senior on Meals on Wheels for a year for the same cost as 10 days in a nursing home or 1 day in a hospital.
When you get older, you feel like you're left behind or you're put aside. So this here comes in, it's warm, and it's a meal.
We're not only delivering a reliable and nutritious meal that helps with food security, but we're making sure that they're safe in their own home. A volunteer arrived at the home of one of our seniors, and they knocked on the door. The senior didn't answer. They were able to hear him crying for help, and he had fallen on the floor the night before and couldn't get to the phone, so we were able to get EMS called and get him the health services that he needed.
And they're also running cafes where seniors can gather, share a meal, and sustain their communities.
This place has meant it helps to bridge the gap of loneliness. Sometimes the older people get lost trying to navigate. So when we come here, we can talk to our friends that feel the same way that you feel and help each other to understand.
But Trump has taken aim at the program before. Back in 2017, Trump's budget director Mick Mulvaney said,
"We can't spend money on programs just because they sound good and great. Meals on Wheels sounds great. We cannot defend that anymore. We're $20 trillion in debt."
Last year, the House Republican budget proposed slashing $37 million from meal nutrition programs for seniors, along with programs to help prevent seniors from falling. Wasteful spending.
We are a 50% federally funded program. We are currently in deficit spending. So if that federal funding was cut, it would mean a lot of hard decisions for our program.
And for an organization like Meals on Wheels, demand is only surging.
With food prices being as expensive as they are, our need has really outpaced the disbursements that we're receiving.
If they cut, it's gonna be really kind of bad. So many of us depend on that. We have nothing else to depend on.
Yeah. A nation is not a business. It has very real people with very real needs that need to be met. The people who receive Meals on Wheels through the federal funding that we receive, they're not disposable. They're worth being cared for and they're worth being heard.
Think about the seniors and not forget about us.